Hey there, hi there, ho there. Hello there, my name is Adam. Welcome back to the channel, Kaputy Inc. My snowplow rig, my tow rig, it wears many hats, if you will. It's an 04 F450 with a 6-liter PowerStroke, 4-wheel drive, automatic. It's a cab chassis spec. You've seen the cold start video on it, maybe. If not, check that out. It had a bunch of noise in the front end, and we fixed a bunch of it. I'm going to go over what it was and explain some upgrades that you could do. So let's get kicking. First things first, there was a squeaking, terrible squeaking, clunking noise and a vibration. Pretty obvious that's going to be a U-joint in most cases. Some cases it's your front pinion, and that snaps. Happened on one of my other trucks. Happened really fast. This one has been an ongoing vibration. I've been kind of chasing or whatever. I ended up replacing the U-joints in both front axle shafts too, the outer axle shafts. One of them was junk, so I thought, hey, got her licked, that's the one. Got it fixed. There's still slight noise, which after the next time it plowed, it got worse and worse again. It turned out to be the front drive shaft had a bad U-joint in it. The front U-joint in this one still feels pretty solid. The rear, on the other hand, the Cardone joint had it has catches in it and it's loose. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's got slop in it, it's got play, and the U-joints look like they're dry. They're non-greasable by the looks of them, so they've come to the end of their service life. So I said, oh well, we'll just order new U-joints. I'll put those in. Yeah, there's like a big catch right there. New U-joints, we'll put those in, or order a whole new Cardone joint, I do believe they call this. Then I get it out and I feel this. So this slip joint is worn and it has wear in it too. So at that point, you probably drive this for another 20,000 miles with that, no problem. You're probably going to have some sort of vibration, and it might snap eventually, or inevitably it will. So we're just going to replace the whole drive shaft. I did find them on Rock Auto for like $200, $250, you know, shipping, tax, I suppose, under $300. I called my local parts store, Auto Value, and they had a Dorman one. Dorman's a product I've used before, and that I guess I've been happy with. I don't have any complaints. You know, I don't think I'm wearing their T-shirt, but they had a Dorman one that I could have the next morning. It was $401 or something like that, and that comes with 3 brand new U-joints in it, brand new slip joint, obviously, with no play in it. So we're just going to replace the whole drive shaft. That's freshly balanced, so that's going to take any vibration there might be out of the front end out, which is good. There's also been a click in the front end that I've been meaning to chase down, and I assumed it was sway bar end links, and when I got under there to do the drive shaft, I found that, yes, that was the case. You can see this here. This has a, she's loose. She's looser than your stepsister after she comes home from her first frat party. But this end was fine, but you can see that's starting to bust out too. I don't think this was making noises yet. This one clearly was. There's a click to it or whatever. And the other side's just as loose yet too. I took it out so that you could have a visual. So I ordered some of these, and my parts guy says, well, you want the stock ones at $50, or do you want the approved ones at $100? And I said, well, why don't you give me the improved ones? And here's a side-by-side, here's a backside view of it. This is enclosed. I imagine this is very similar to a ball joint. What's going on here? All enclosed, and it's greasable on both ends. I like that. The shaft itself is thicker, which my wife wishes would be the case, but she'll just have to make do. Sorry, babe. Other than that, the bolts are the same length. So this one, you only need one to put in. Yeah, I guess you could put a wrench on the flat spot that's allowed here or whatever, but 18 millimeter to take these out, 15 millimeter, 18 millimeter. So we're going to replace these, put a new drive shaft in it. Right down here in the pit under the truck, and here's the factory sway bar end link without the factory design, not the new, what they call the improved design. You can see We have our new sway bar end links. See it all the way up in there. Hit them with a shot of grease. New drive shaft. Nice big black shiny shaft in there. There you go. 12 millimeter 12 point at the back. In the front, I was able to use a 5/16 socket on those. I like to hit them with a little teeny tiny turbo torch. Enough tease there to tease you till Tuesday, titties. And I hit the yoke with that so you can focus the heat. So like right here, I like to just hit this spot and this spot on each side with the little mini torch, just to give it a little heat in there, and that seems to help them come out. I think it was a miracle that those bolts come out without rounding off, and I'll take that as a win. I like to replace them with a socket head cap screw, Allen head cap screw. I don't know, that seems to be a smarter idea to me. You can fit something in there, you can hammer something in there tighter in the event. So if you need to replace those bolts. And then on the other side, the other sway bar end link, and again, hit it with a shot of grease. The only greasable part of this U-joint, or this drive shaft, was the slip joint, so we hit some grease in there too, just to make sure it has plenty. Well, that's going to wrap up trying to quiet down the front end of this truck. I think we'll be pretty successful at taking a whole bunch of noise out of it. Definitely had some bad U-joints that needed to be addressed. They only get worse in snow plowing, constantly forward, backwards, constantly under load too. You're pushing some snow, even light snow is a load. So get that fixed. So that's a little peace of mind. New drive shaft in there. It's not going to spin around and take out your crankcase or your oil pan, rip the transfer case apart, things of that nature. So nothing wrong spending a little extra money on a drive shaft, especially one that is balanced well. This is just supposed to be a tow rig, but I picked up a bunch more snow plowing accounts this year. So we've got 3 drivers this year plowing snow. So this one's been a sander truck and a plow truck. It's really not great for that. It's so long and so wide. It's not conducive to being a good plow truck. It's been doing the job, but we've bought another truck that we're going to turn into a plow truck. But hopefully start that project soon. Build a flatbed for that. So new sway bar end links, new drive shaft. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please give us a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see me doing more of my most excellent work. Or comment if you want to tell me I'm handsome or you want to tell me I'm an idiot. Either way, love to hear from you. See you on the next one.